Hey guys, so today we're talking about measuring distance. Distance is just the space in between two different points. We can measure very short distances, we can measure very far distances, but we use different units for this to make it a little bit easier. Right? Today we're going to be talking about inches, feet, yards, and miles. So the smallest unit we're talking about today is an inch, and we usually measure that using a ruler, right? You guys have all seen rulers before. Rulers have markings on them. You can see 0, 1, 2. Each one of those lines, in between those two long lines, is an inch. Sorry. So in between those two long lines is an inch. And for comparison, inch is about the size between your two knuckles. So right there would be about an inch, and you can try that at home too. 12 of those put together and we get a foot. And yeah, if you put it up next to an adult, it's pretty close to a foot. Right? So that's maybe some king, some back in history, had giant feet and he decided that the length of his foot would be a standard, so he made the 12-inch foot. Right? But sometimes things are too long. If I want to measure my yard here, right, it might be kind of hard to do that with a ruler, so I can use something longer like a yard. Now I don't have a yardstick, but a yard is just 3 rulers end to end, measures 3 feet at a time. And for comparison, this stick is 3 feet, so there's 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, right up to the point I'm holding. So that would be the length of a yardstick there, and you would use that for measuring longer things. This way your numbers would stay lower too, it gets easier. But not everything is straight, and some things are even too big to measure with the yardstick, so we use a measuring tape. Sometimes called a tape measure. I guess it kind of goes one way or the other. 2 good things about this. First one is that it can go a lot farther than the yardstick. This one goes up to 33 feet, so that'd be 11 yards right here in my hand. And the other great thing is that it's flexible. So I can measure around corners, I can do round objects. This one you can hear is made of metal, so it's a little bit stiffer, but they also make ones on cloth or flexible plastic. So it's real easy to measure things with curves. So anytime you want to measure something with curves, your best bet's going to be the tape measure. So we talked about the inch, which is about the size of between your two knuckles there. We talked about the foot, which is about the size of your foot. We haven't talked about miles yet. We're going to take a look at how long a mile is. A mile, for some weird reason, is 5,280 of these. Now it's hard to imagine that, so we're gonna drive it out. Let's go see. Oh, that's my daughter's car. We're not going to take that. Alright, here we go. How far is a mile? Let's figure this out. Alright, I'm in the car. Must have rained last night. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at where we're starting here. We're at 30,285.9. So we're going to go that until it's 30,286.9. And that'll be exactly 1 mile. Let's see how close we can get. Alright. Alright, so we got to do this quick because I'm on the road, but we have driven exactly 1 mile. So it's pretty far. Let's continue on. Hey guys, so one of the things you have to measure today is a football field. I know some of you may have never been to a football game, so I wanted you to see just how big it is. I hear the grounds crew here, they're actually sanitizing the seats because they want to try and play some games soon. But this is my local high school football field. So here is one goal post, And then all the way down there is the other goalpost. Those mark the ends of the field. So it's a pretty long way between. You see there's stands over on the other side, there's stands on this side. It's 100 yards between those two goalposts, to give you guys a hint. This is a standard football field. Alright, I keep getting stopped by authorities everywhere I go because it's weird to be out in the neighborhood filming this way, but how about a baseball field? Let's see how big a baseball field is. I'm at a baseball field now. I'm not going to touch anything because they're trying to clean over here too. But this is a baseball field, right? Pretty big. You can see usually 9 people at a time play. They're out there driving on it. The infield, the outfield, and I'm going to go before somebody yells at me.